This is Nigeria. Just because I'm on TV now. Person who no get work is checking to see if my watch is original. This is Nigeria. Whether Madam Philomena. Money vanish for your office, 36 million. You tossing an animal.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridget Heckwood. Thank you very much for stopping by today. And if you've been here before, I salute you or thank you. If you haven't subscribed, there's a red button down there. Today I want to share with you guys my experience of doing business in Nigeria. Actually, this is a sit down kind of vlog, but I'm stuck somewhere now. So I just use this opportunity to record this one quickly before I get into where I'm going to. Right, so a couple of years ago, once upon a time, let me call it once upon a time now because it seems like a lifetime ago. My children were still young. The two younger ones were really young, and you know how it is with childcare, trying to juggle work, full-time work, and having young children. It was really difficult for me. My husband was working full-time, and I'm not the kind of person that want to sit at home and be raising children or just not do anything. As much as I love my children and I would do anything for them, I wanted to work, which was really difficult for me because I had a job, and every time they would be calling me, school would call me, this one would be sick, this one would have fallen, this one, it was a struggle. So out of frustration, I had to leave that job. So I sat down and started thinking. I said, okay, what can I do that can fit into my schedule as a mom of young children at this primary school, pre-primary school age, even at that time. So I decided, okay, my husband and I sat down and talked about it. I said, okay, why don't you try business? You can do business in Nigeria. Initially I was reluctant because I was like, I've done business in Nigeria before. Even when you are there, it's not easy to talk of, going from here overseas to go and do business in Nigeria. But I said, okay, let me try it. You never know. So I got myself into a retail business in Nigeria. I started buying things from here to go and sell. I was traveling to the US, to Italy, to other parts of Europe, and to the US to go and buy things to go and sell. So I was doing that for a while. After a while, I decided to get a shop. I decided to go in shop so that I can buy in bulk and just stock them. Because the problem I was having at that time when I started the business was the fact that there was a lot of debts people were owing, because obviously you don't have a shop. They come to the house to come and buy, so they will say, okay, I'll pay you month end. So it became a struggle chasing people to come and pay. It was a lot of struggle. I said, okay, if I get a shop, at least they will not come to shop and go and buy gbese. They will pay if they come to the shop. So I got a shop in a very nice area in Abuja. It's called Ademola Adetukumbo Crescent. Yeah, it's in Wuse too. Those of you in Nigeria who are in Abuja knows Wuse too. It's a very nice area. So I got a shop there. My dear, it was not easy. Getting the shop was not easy, but eventually I got the shop, and it was very expensive. Abuja shops are really expensive. The shop was very expensive. It was about 1.5 million naira for a year. In my mind, I was like, 1.5 million. 1 year goes very fast though. What am I going to sell that will get 1.5 million in 1 year? But I said, okay, well, let me try. You never know, I know a lot of people in Nigeria, I know a lot of people in Abuja, and I was selling really good quality products. So I felt like, okay, let's try. Because at the end of the day, if you go into business, you might not necessarily you might not have a breakthrough that year. The first year or even the second year, it's over time that you begin to make profit. So I said, oh, let's try. So I got a shop. Then I will go and I'll go and buy my things. I wasn't going to Tokyo or China then. Tokyo and China were not were not the in thing then. Now people go a lot to China and to Tokyo, but Tokyo and China were not the in thing then. So I used to buy clothes, over here, or I will go to the US and buy clothes, and like that. We'll go to Italy and buy, shoes, bags. Italy has really good quality shoes and bags, leather shoes and bags. And then I'll buy suits, I'll buy office wear, just round it up and send it down there. But lo and behold, it didn't change just because I got a shop. Things did not change. The basic carried on to the shop. I got a girl in the shop who is still very close to me to today, who was helping me to sell. Very nice Igbo girl. And yeah, so we started to come and see. Initially, sales, whenever I go, what I noticed that whenever I go to Nigeria, the sales will pick up because, you know, people that know me will come to buy. Maybe if I bring new stock, I will call people, they will come and buy, you know, and all that. But when I leave, the sales will go down, and then people will come and say, they will pricing it. The number one challenge that we had was the fact that people were pricing those products, which I am buying from here in US and in the UK and the US and Europe here to ship down to Nigeria. People were pricing it the same price they were pricing things that they buy from, all these fake products that they go and buy from either Turkey, or they will go to, you know, all these places where they do very low standard product. The thing about me, which is probably not good for business, is that I used to buy things that I can wear. I would say whatever I can wear, I can't sell it. So I will buy very good quality products, but I realized that that was not working for business. You need to buy things that people can afford. They can afford, and most people were looking for tops that would be 2,500 or 1,500. I mean, I was buying tops that were like 5,000. You know, so that wasn't working. Anyway, cut a long story short, it was a struggle. There was a lot of debts people were owing. They will come and buy, because at the point we started selling on credit because people were not, you know, buying. They will say, I'll come and pay you. So there was a lot of debts people were owing. You know, they will not pay, you know. And before I knew, 1 year was up. Hey, I say, which kind of wahala be this? I'm telling you, it was so bad that at a point I had to be sending, you know, in a month, they will not even make enough sales for me to pay the girl in the shop. I have to send money from here to pay her. That's how bad it is. I mean, what kind of business is it that you can't even pay your expenses for the month? Not to talk of the rent, which was now coming to, you know, renewal. So I kept on. Because this is me. I don't like to fail at anything. When I do something, I really want to do it and succeed in it. But I realized that the major challenge that I have, why the business failed, was because I wasn't there on ground. And this is the whole point of making this video. I don't know about you guys, your experiences in, you know, doing business back home. But what I find is that if you want to do business back home, you need to be on ground. You can't be doing business here and then you set up shop over there and you are here and, you know, you expect it to run and be successful. It's not going to work. So eventually, when we tried after about 2 years, we had to close the shop. I had to sell those things out. Banjo, that's what I sell to today. Some people that took the things have not paid me. Altogether, I lost almost £30,000 on that business venture. It didn't work. It flopped. I incurred serious losses and I didn't make any profit. So the point is that if you want to do business back home, you need to be on ground. You can't be here and doing business in Nigeria. I don't know for you guys. I'd like to hear from you. Share your experiences with me. What's your experience of doing business back home?
This is Nigeria. Praise and worship, we're singing out. Pastor put his hand on the breast of his member. He's pulling the demon out. This is Nigeria.